good morning, Mr. Mann.
Good morning.
Sorry, cutting it kind of close today.
Oh, that's fine.
Lots of traffic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been here all night. I had this awesome idea last night for a new movie.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
And so,
okay.
like, I couldn't even sleep. I was just up all
Cool.
night, just jotting down ideas.
Yeah, the creative process of Josh Mann.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
just
Okay, so
cool,
you know
okay.
how like superhero movies are like the big thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody's doing
Yeah.
superhero movies. I had this idea.
Okay.
What if for superhero movies, like we use the real heroes?
Ooh.
Like instead of Captain America or Black Panther or Superman, like we use firefighters.
Firefighters. Okay, yeah.
They're the real heroes.
Real heroes. Yeah, they really are.
They really
Man,
are.
They really are. And they're fighting fires and
No, but
climbing buildings,
Like,
right? In
yeah,
this,
but
in
what
this
if like
movie?
instead of Captain America fighting the Red Skull, or instead of like the Avengers
Oh.
fighting off the aliens from outer space, it's a
Oh.
firefighter.
So it's just like monsters and aliens and stuff. Firefighters are
Yeah,
fighting
because the firefighters, they're the real heroes.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so it would be like a superhero movie, but there's not superheroes. There's
Right.
like a
It's
team
firefighters.
of firefighters.
Or it could just be
Huh.
one firefighter.
And do the firefighters have like powers and
No, they're
stuff?
firefighters. They're
Yeah.
just firefighters.
Okay. And they've got like their hoses and like an axe, and that's kind
you
of
ma-
their
You're making it sound dumb. Like
I was just thinking about it. I didn't mean to
they're
really
they're the
hate
real
on
heroes.
the idea.
Like
Yeah.
they're firefighters. They can defeat evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh well, and like climb their ladder up to the
Just stop. You're making it sound. Are you making fun of me?
flying. No, well, I was just trying to think
Are you
about
making
it.
fun of- like,
no.
They're the real heroes. Like, why would you make fun of firefighters?
Oh no,
Like,
I was not trying to do that.
if your apartment ever catches fire,
I would call firefighters.
that's right.
Definitely.
Why?
But,
Why would you call them?
Because they're firefighters,
Well,
but
because they're the
real heroes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Ugh.
that's an idea.
Now
You could try.
I'm not even
it.
excited about it anymore.
Oh, we can really try to brainstorm this movie idea and
Yeah.
really we could do. You could do a movie about firefighters,
It was gonna
like a firefighter movie.
be firefighters defeating evil, and
Evil.
you just made it dumb. Never mind.
Okay.
You're listening to the Josh Mann podcast, featuring director extraordinaire Josh Mann. Well, listeners, we are back again with some helpful tips to help you become a better filmmaker, a better known filmmaker, a more well-respected filmmaker, and a filmmaker who just makes movies.
Yeah, and Mr. Mann, I feel like you have lots of ideas for beginners, you know.
That's
we've
what I'm
talked
here
about
for. Yeah.
all sorts of different topics. So what are we talking about today?
So, in today's world, our presence on the internet is a big, big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Same whether you're a filmmaker, whether you're a something else other than a filmmaker.
Like a celebrity, like
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Filmmakers can be celebrities like
Oh,
me,
yeah.
you know. So like it's very important to have a presence online.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And to like whether it's in social media,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that is, or whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on
Yeah.
Instagram.
wow, Mr. Mann, you know, now that I think about it, like I don't follow like filmmakers on social media. Like I don't follow my favorite director on social
Right.
media or anything like that. This is kind of a big idea that you're thinking of. This
I
really
know.
could.
Like it's
Wow.
this could change the world.
That's wow.
So
Maybe.
here's some tips on how you as a filmmaker can create buzz for yourself online. The first is if you have a budget, or if you're wealthy, or maybe you're in a relationship with someone who's wealthy, you can use money to pay people to follow you online and to talk about you online.
Oh, like an influencer. You pay them
Sure.
and they promote your film. I see influencers promoting like products all the time. So why not films?
Why not? And if
That's
you've
a good
got the budget
idea.
to do it, then you just pay people to pretend like they know you and that they like you and they talk about you. Now,
Yeah,
if you're like
maybe.
me and you don't have any money because of many reasons, there are a couple other tips that I've got for you. For one, you can create multiple accounts on your own.
Like different users? Like
Yeah, so like on the Insta thing, I've got 37 different accounts
oh
currently.
my goodness.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just getting started, I feel like.
oh my goodness.
And so like all of these different accounts talk about Josh Mann. And so it's like, hey, I love Josh Mann's movies. How about you? And then another one of my accounts will chime in and say, me too. How
Oh
did
my
you know about
goodness.
Josh Mann? Well, I like this movie. Oh, I like this movie. And like they have these
Oh my
conversations.
goodness.
But what's funny and not a lot of people know is that it's just me. And
Oh
I'm
my
having conversations
goodness.
as these different characters, and people see this and they're like, oh, I want to know who this Josh Mann guy is.
Wow. I am so curious now thinking about this. Like, do you post lots of pictures on all of these different accounts to make it look like a real person's using it? You
Yeah,
you
yeah.
put
Like,
a lot of time into
yep.
that.
I just find pictures of just people online and I
Oh,
just
wow.
attach it to the accounts.
And then you switch back and forth to
Yeah,
have
now it takes a little bit
these
of time to log out,
Yeah,
log back in, and
I
log out, and
bet.
log back
I
in.
bet. And
But it's
all the
well worth it.
emails you're creating to set up these accounts.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to
Oh
have a
my
different
goodness.
email address for each one, but it's well
Oh
worth
my
it because people
goodness.
see it and they think, "Wow, this guy must really be something." Because look at all these 37 people all talking about him. Now, you can go
Wow.
get even more detailed, and this is where you can find real success in this. Is if you can find a username that makes it appear as though you're somebody recognizable. So.
Oh, like a fan account?
No, like a
Or-
couple years ago, I had an account that was the real Robin Williams, and I found a picture of Robin Williams and I attached it to it, and Robin Williams, quote
no.
was saying, "My favorite films are Josh Mann's films," and then he said, "I truly hope to be in one of Mr. Mann's films someday." And
You
people would see this
didn't.
and they'd be like, wow, Robin Williams
Oh
really
my
likes Josh
goodness.
Mann and really wants to be in one of his movies. I wonder who Josh Mann is. And so
Oh
they
my
would find
goodness.
me.
Would they?
Well, I think so.
Oh my, Mr. Mann, he passed away.
Like 7 or 8 years ago,
Yeah,
probably.
it was a while
Yeah.
ago, and you
Well,
were.
and well, I mean, to be honest, like that account only lasted like 6 days and it got taken down. And I figured
Oh.
that it was probably suspicious because it's like, wait, Robin Williams isn't really alive.
That's
so
what I
how
was
is he doing
thinking.
this?
Yeah, I was
So it
thinking
probably
that
wasn't like the
too.
smartest thing, but I mean, if you saw that Robin Williams, dead or alive, was a big fan of me, you would probably want to look
him
me
out.
up
That's-
too, right?
That is such an interesting way to get people to start talking about you on social media.
I know.
I've never heard of that. That's
And then the third tip
Wow.
is this: say something shocking on your social media because that always gets attention. So, it could be anything. Like you
like
could
new movie.
no, I mean like really shocking,
Starring
like
it.
something that's controversial.
Oh.
Yeah, like you could. It could be like a bomb scare.
Oh my goodness.
Or you could like threaten like to
No.
burn something down.
That's illegal, Mr. Mann. That's
Well, only if they catch you. But
Oh
especially
my
if you have like
goodness.
37
oh my goodness.
alternative accounts, you could say, I'm going to burn down the Pentagon unless
Oh
Josh
my
Mann's films get shown on NBC.
Have you ever gotten arrested for
Well,
anything
I haven't
like
actually
that?
gone
That's-
that far with it
that's-
yet, but it's something that could be considered.
Oh, Mr. Mann,
and
please
somebody
don't do
could
that.
do that.
Listeners, that's illegal and it's
Is it,
like
though?
I think it's like a
Like it's only
danger
illegal
to
if a
society.
real person does it, but if it's like a fake person or a dead person, like if
Oh,
the real Robin Williams said,
Well, then-
I'm going to blow up the St. Louis Arch unless I get into a Josh Mann film. Like that's
Oh
not
my
illegal because he's
goodness.
dead. So you can't arrest him if he's dead.
my hope is that nobody would think it was real. Like he's not alive anymore. And so is that how you haven't gotten in trouble for this? Like
I have no idea. It's really kind of
that's
amazing.
Crazy
though,
to me.
but-
No one's ever showed up to your
Yeah, I mean, they kicked in the door one night.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and they were looking for Frank Steller, which is one of my accounts, and I was just like, I'm Josh Mann. I showed him my ID.
Oh
and,
my! I bet you did. Wow.
Luckily they left, but yeah, it was exciting. But I don't want that to happen again. It cost me like $50 to fix the door.
I bet.
But anyway, so there you go, listeners. 3 tips on how you can create buzz for yourself online.
Today's episode is sponsored by the hit award-winning film, The Me I Want to Be, in theaters everywhere once it's finished. Join director extraordinaire Josh Mann as he shares the story of his epic life. The film is an action-packed romantic tragedy historical documentary following the life of a successful and smart man. Watch the film if you know what's good for you. Well, thank you, the Me I Want to Be film, for sponsoring the Josh Mann podcast.
As always, we want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring the Josh Mann podcast. And I don't know about you, but that film sounds extraordinary.
Mr. Mann, did we not get a sponsor this week? Is that...
Well, whether
you put
we
this
did.
one on my desk.
I know, but that was the sponsor.
I should have probably read it before I said it, but
okay,
that's one of your films,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, and it's coming out soon.
Oh well,
and it's going to be so good, and we don't want people to miss out on it, right?
Okay, yeah, and it's your podcast. I guess
should be a sponsor.
You can sponsor. Yeah, okay.
When you have a Bethany Shiplap podcast, then you can do whatever you want to do. Okay. But right now, it's the Josh Mann podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see the action-packed romance.
It is going to be really good, though. Like, I can't wait. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, when I just start thinking about it, like, I get so excited. It's just it's going to be so good. It's really just the story of my life, you know, and then some. And
which I'm learning more about. It seems like every day. I
me too. Like every day, it's like I learn more about me too. It's exciting.
Good.
So anyway, listeners, we're just grateful that you once again tuned in to the Josh Mann podcast. We hope you learned a lot of stuff today. We hope that what you learn you put into practice, and that you become a more successful filmmaker because of it.
All right. Thank you for listening.
You've been listening to the Josh Mann podcast, featuring director extraordinaire Josh Mann.